Time now to enter the Birds Lounge, the very comfy couches, and joining us, none other than John Clark. Thanks for being here.
Thanks
John.
for having me. This is like a big and tall commercial here.
Right. Yeah, he's not. I'm the big guy. Okay, I'm the big guy. He's the tall guy.
I'm the tall guy. It's hard to fit on this thing.
And I'm the left out guy. No, that's okay.
You're the best.
I'm always happy to be here with the big and talls. All right, John Clark. Let's talk a little bit about the Birds quarterback now, shall we? Now that we've talked about clothes a little bit here, always a favorite topic of mine. Do you think Jalen Hurts makes a leap this year, John?
I do, but the question is how big a leap? I mean, it's going to be the first time since high school that he's had a play caller in back-to-back years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he's made improvements every year through college and the pros, so I do think that he is going to make a leap this year. How big is the question?
It's that play calling stat to me is absolutely insane as well when you think about just how much change he's had to endure. But Barrett, let's talk about a change, maybe not a change here. He relied on his legs a lot last season. Here's my question. A, can he get away with it again? B, if the answer is yes, to what extent will he be able to get away with it again?
Well, number one, he can't abandon it. He has to make sure that he still stays fundamentally sound as far as being that dual threat weapon that teams are, going to try to game plan against, number one. Number two, he has better weapons offensively. This offensive line is going to be, one of the best in the league. He's going to have to take advantage of that. And I think that's what he really concentrated on this year as far as the offseason. Going out, make sure he executes the offense in a better manner. He's going to make sure he goes through his reads a lot better. He's going to understand his pre-snap reads going into the game. And that's only going to make him a better player because when he watches tape of himself, he can see all the meat he left on the bone on the field. So, yes, this is going to be the year that he goes back, sees that, evaluates it, and gives himself an opportunity to be more of a weapon with his arm and not just his leg. So he has to get at least, 4,000 yards passing. Yeah, I said it, 4,000 yards passing. He had about 3,100.
31,000 would have been quite impressive.
Right.
He's got the job.
Yeah, 3,100. Yeah, 3,100. He had 3,100 last year. I'd say he's probably going to have about 4,000 with the weapons that he has. And then he's going to at least have to get 700 with his legs. That's still a dual threat. 700 yards rushing and then a 4,000 yards passing. I mean, that'll secure him being the Eagles franchise quarterback, those numbers.
So we asked John about what step he was going to take and to what extent. You've set the expectation for what that step needs to be. John, what do you think he needs to do to cement his role as a starting quarterback?
To me, it is simple. Last year, they were 0-7 against winning teams. He needs to start beating the winning teams, the good teams. You saw he was exposed a little bit in the playoff game at Tampa Bay. He had the 2 interceptions, completion percentage just above 50%. So you need to start beating some of the winning teams. I have faith in him, though. And I think 2 of the X factors are his intangibles, but also coach's son.
Yes.
And I tell you, he doesn't mind being coached hard. And I look at Tyrese Maxey and the improvements he made this year. He's the son of a coach.
Absolutely.
He allows the coaches to coach him hard. And I think Jalen Hurts has that intangible. And you saw his offseason. He went out to California. He started to up the ante. He even changed up his offseason training, took it to another level. He wants it bad. And now he's got all the tools. Can he be the toolbox?
Well, there it is.
He's got everything you want.
Yes, there it is. You got to be that mechanic.
Yeah.
You got to make sure.
As they say, to be the best, you got to beat the best. The good
Is that
news
a Ric
is,
Flair again? Every week.
Woo!
Why not?
You got to walk the aisle.
I will leave those impressions up to you too.
We get a Ric Flair reference every week. It's amazing.
I mean, how could you not?
How could you not?
May talking football, why not? Right. Good news is when it comes to trying to beat the best, Eagles have a top-notch offensive line. They've got weapons in the passing game. They had the top rushing attack in the league last year. Obviously, Hurts, huge reason for that. Seems like a combination that is tailor-made for success, right, guys? I mean, there's kind of no excuse at this point, right?
Of course, there is no excuse. They've given him the weapons to go out there and be a better passer. He's got A.J. Brown, handpicked by him, his friend, or according to Brown, his best friend.
BFFs.
So, I mean, this is just the recipe for him just being a better player, being more confident, being more, of a leader on this team with his second year being as the guy. I mean, he can only get better. So as he, goes out, takes the reins, and that's the biggest thing, take the reins, and this, coaching staff coach him the way he wants to be coached. I mean, I only see the sky's the limit for this young kid.
Yeah, and how old is he? He's 23 right now.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of room to grow in time.
Exactly.
A lot of meat on the bone, as you said before, in terms
Yes.
of age as well, a lot to learn. Okay, so here's where maybe a little bit of drama comes in, because let's stir the pot, why not? How much do you think the whispers about the Eagles perhaps poking around, looking at other quarterbacks this past offseason will impact Jalen in a negative or a positive way? You're shaking your head not
I don't
at
think
all.
it affects him. Look at what he went through in college. He was benched. The job was taken away from him. He transferred. I mean, he has been through so much at a young age, and I think it's matured him. And I think being the son of a coach, I think he's got the right mentality about it. His dad made him earn everything when he was a kid, coached him hard. So I think he's got the right mentality. Unlike Carson Wentz, who really that was the first time that he went through something.
Yes.
And Jalen's been there, and so I think this fuels him.
Well, and also with them being a guy that, he's seen everything. He's been in Philadelphia. He knows what this crowd is. He knows how the fans are here. So he's already going to have the upper hand on how to go out there and play without hearing all the noise. He's seen it all, heard it all before. He'll be a better player because of it. He's going to do all the little things to make himself a better player. So I think it's just him going out there and just executing. He won't hear the noise. He'll just be a better quarterback, period. As long as he takes the reins, this could be his team.
Yeah, he's no stranger to adversity. John, thank you so much for stopping by with a Ric Flair impression and a ricochet shot at Carson Wentz. It's a joy.
I like
always.
Carson, but asking out of town.
Hey,
is
I mean,
he's
we'll
the
see
enemy.
how much you like Commander Carson in, what, weeks 3 and 10, I believe?
The enemy.
Okay. All right, we're back with more Birds Huddle in a moment and some interesting odds for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Stick around.